I never believed in urban legends, especially not the kind people whisper about in office buildings after midnight. But after what happened last Thursday, I don't take elevators anymore. I work the late shift at a financial firm downtown. Most nights I leave around 11:45 p.m. By that time, the building is almost empty. Cleaning staff on a few floors, security at the lobby desk, and rows of silent cubicles lit by harsh, fluorescent lights. It's the kind of place that feels different at night, like the walls are listening. The building has 12 floors. At least, that's what the directory says. Ground floor, then 1 through 12. No 13. The architects skipped it for superstition, or so everyone thought. That night, I was exhausted. I packed my laptop, turned off the lights in my office, and walked to the elevator lobby. Only one elevator was still running. The others were shut down for maintenance. The hallway was quiet. Too quiet. Even the usual hum of air conditioning seemed distant. I pressed the call button. The elevator arrived almost immediately, doors sliding open with a soft metallic sigh. Inside, the lighting felt dimmer than usual, like one of the ceiling panels had burned out. I stepped in and pressed G for ground. The doors closed. The elevator began to descend. Everything normal. Until it wasn't. Between floors 9 and 8, the elevator jerked. Hard. The lights flickered. Then the digital display above the doors changed. Instead of showing 8, it showed a number I had never seen before. 13. I stared at it, confused. That made no sense. We were going down, and there was no floor 13. The elevator slowed, then stopped. The doors opened. At first, I thought it was a prank, because what I saw beyond the doors looked like another office floor. But something was wrong. The lights were on, but they buzzed loudly. Desks were arranged in long rows, chairs neatly pushed in, computer screens glowing with pale blue light, and not a single person in sight. The air felt cold, like stepping into a freezer. I should have stayed inside the elevator. I know that now. But curiosity makes people do stupid things. So I stepped out. The doors closed behind me immediately, with a final, echoing thud. I spun around, pressing the call button. Nothing. The elevator display was gone, just blank metal doors, like they had never opened at all. The office floor was silent, too silent. Even my footsteps sounded wrong, muted, like the carpet was swallowing the sound. I walked past rows of cubicles, each one identical, each one spotless, but every computer screen showed the same thing. A document, a list of names. At first I didn't recognize any of them, until I saw one I did. My supervisor, then the security guard in the lobby, then the cleaner who works on the 7th floor. All listed, with dates next to their names, future dates. A chill ran down my spine. I kept scrolling through one of the screens. Then I saw my own name, at the bottom of the list, with tonight's date. That's when I heard movement, somewhere behind me, a chair sliding across the floor, slowly. I turned. Rows of cubicles, empty, but one chair was still spinning slightly, like someone had just stood up. The lights flickered again, and suddenly, I wasn't alone. Figures were sitting at the desks now, people I hadn't seen before, or maybe I had. Their faces looked familiar, but pale, expressionless, all staring at their screens, typing, even though their keyboards made no sound. I backed away slowly, trying not to breathe too loudly. Then one of them stopped typing, turned their head, and looked directly at me. Their eyes were completely black. More heads began to turn, one by one, in perfect silence, until every single one of them was staring at me, waiting, like I had interrupted something important. The overhead lights went out, leaving only the glow of the computer screens and the digital display on one wall, which now read, "Welcome to floor 13. Footsteps echoed in the darkness, approaching, heavy, deliberate. Something taller than the others emerged from between the cubicles, its shape distorted by the flickering light, its voice low and mechanical. "You were not scheduled to arrive early." I ran. I didn't care where. I just ran. Through rows of desks, through corridors that didn't make sense. Every turn leading to more cubicles, more silent figures, more glowing screens. Then suddenly, I saw the elevator again. Doors open, waiting, like it had never left. I sprinted inside, pressed every button. The doors closed. The elevator jolted upward. When it finally stopped, the display showed ground floor. The doors opened to the normal lobby. Warm lighting, soft music playing from hidden speakers. The security guard looking half asleep behind the desk. Everything ordinary. I almost convinced myself it had been a nightmare, until I checked the directory board near the exit. Someone had scratched something new into the metal surface. A line beneath floor 12, carved deeply, fresh. Floor 13, by appointment only. Now every time I ride the elevator, I keep my eyes on the display, because sometimes, just for a second, it flickers, and I see the number 13 waiting for the next stop.